Hey everyone, Jeremy Reeves here, head blender of Cornell Diehl Pipe Tobacco Company, and today I want to talk to you about blending components, and specifically blending components that can be used to make up the base of a blend or the majority of a blend. So the first type of blending component that I want to talk about is Virginians. Virginia is also known as flue-cured tobacco. They're basically flue-cured using indirect heat to try and preserve as much of the sugar in the leaf as possible while drying the leaf out. If you use higher heat for a shorter period of time, then you're going to get this brighter color of Virginia. And there is the most sugar in bright Virginia. It tends to be kind of lemony and zesty and citrusy, but also with some bready notes. Think like along the lines of croissants. And then if you use lower temperature and a longer period of time of flue curing, you're going to get your red Virginias. So a little more caramelization, deeper, kind of toastier flavors, but still with a good amount of sweetness. All right, the next type of tobacco we're going to talk about is Burley tobacco, also known as air-cured tobacco. And it's tobacco that, just like it sounds, has been cured by just letting it air dry. So white Burley is just air-cured. It tends to have kind of a softer sort of flavor to it, but it's got a real cocoa, chocolate kind of aroma and taste, and maybe like coffee or nuts. But no sugar to it at all, really. Just like unsweetened cocoa, unsweetened chocolate. But it has not been fermented at all, like dark Burley. Dark Burley, after the air curing, is actually stacked in big stacks of leaves, and the heat of the barn and the weight of the leaves pressing down causes a fermentation to happen that gives it sort of like a real dark forward, kind of subtle sweet edge to it and a spicy edge to it. Raisins, clove, cinnamon, and it has a really strong sort of character to it. Now, Burley Ribbon Cut is actually a blend that we have made to be a base blend component of white Burley and a little dark Burley, and then we add some sweetener to it. And then Cube Cut Burley is white and dark Burley that have been pressed and cut into flakes, and then those flakes have been cross-cut, and that gives you these little cubes. The pressing will make a denser sort of cube that is going to burn a little slower. And so you can use this as the base of a blend and add, say, a little bright ribbon or a little Black Cavendish or whatever you want, or you could just use the base cube cut Burley and add flavorings to that if you wanted to go that route. Lastly, we're going to talk about Black Cavendish. Now, Black Cavendish is not so much a leaf type as it is a process, and it is a process of heat, steam, and pressure. Actually, the most common leaf type to be used in making Black Cavendish is bright Virginia because of all the sugars that are available there. It's really easy to caramelize those into this deep dark color. But basically, through the pressing and steaming and heating process that makes Black Cavendish, the tobacco itself loses a lot of its own flavors and makes it really perfect to take on the flavors from other tobaccos or from outside flavoring agents that would be put on it. And it works as a flavor spreader or an expander too, so it can give you a lot of body in the smoke and work kind of like flour in a roux. You put a bunch of herbs and spices and make this really complex roux, but if you don't thicken it, then that roux is not going to linger on your palate. It's just going to go straight down your throat, and you're going to miss out on all that flavor you spent so much time making. So Black Cavendish can also sort of help to expand flavors and deepen flavors in tobacco. So that's the long and the short of the base blending components, and yeah, I'll look forward to seeing all y'all next time when we're talking about condimental components that can be used as spicing agents in a blend. Thanks so much, guys.